Holy shitballs, we're back with another episode of last week. This week. What's up, everybody? Holy cow. What a summer of adventure it's been for me. Hold on. If you're watching, I have a street chair that I sit in. I found it on the streets. I am a street rat, and it sinks over time. So if I don't lower it all the way, I will eventually disappear, basically, from the frame. So let's just go ahead and drop it low, girl. Oh, that changes everything. Oh my goodness. Well, it's what it's going to be. Do a little camera adjustment. Look, I'm a baby. I don't know what I'm doing. Bring it home back now, y'all. 1 hop this time. 2 hop this time. Hands on your fucking knees. Tight. All right, I think we got that worked out. Hey, welcome back. And, a welcome to me from you as well. Because it's been a hot minute. Spicy hot. Muy caliente, if I do say so myself. Just been traveling the world. If the world was just the United States of America, and we're getting back in the swing of things here back in LA, getting settled, but still a lot to catch up on. So we're gonna catch up on stuff. We're gonna hang out a little bit and see what's been going on. Tell me what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Maybe this whole podcast is just going to be me singing because that's kind of what it sounds like it's turning out to be, which wouldn't be the worst thing, I don't think. If you do want to catch me singing, come to Barney's Beanery on Thursday nights. It's karaoke night, and I can't get away from it. I cannot get away from it. That's beside the point. That's not what today is about. Today is about friends and fam. Friends and fam, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen and everything in between and outside, right? I made a trip back home for the first time since I moved out here, which has been 3 years. And there's been some of my family members that I haven't seen since I moved out here. And we're going to take a nice, wholesome trip back to lovely Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Cabo Girardeau, Cancun, Missouri. It is the Bermuda Triangle of the U.S., I believe. Usually you visit, you have no idea what happened, and you just get spit back out, and you end up on a road somewhere, hopefully back in the direction that you came from. I also had a buddy visit me in town for about a week from New York, and so, friends and fam, baby. And then I still got to catch up. I got a Vegas round 2. I can't believe that happened. And then, little country boy goes to the big apple, the big pear, the big watermelon, the big fruits, New York City. And so there's a couple more travel adventures coming up before we kind of get back into settling down around here. I had a buddy come in town for about a week, and that was kind of cool, just to one of my best friends, and just kind of come and hang out and make that trip. Tried to be exciting, show them around the City of Angels, and I didn't do a very good job because I don't know the City of Angels. The first night he came in, we kind of hung out, Yeah, I just whenever someone comes to visit, me personally, I feel like I have to entertain constantly, right? Even if somebody's like, no, man, like I'm cool with just chilling. Let's just hang out. I'm like, no, we must see the world within a 10-mile radius, which will take you 5 hours to drive to around here. But we did. The first night we just kind of hung out and walked around the hood of Silver Lake and found ourselves in a game of trivia at one of the local watering holes. And nothing makes me feel more like an uneducated piece of shit than a lovely game of trivia. I feel like I could be a trivia host. Welcome. It's a game of trivia. First question, first round, 10 points. What was the 14th president twice removed? Abraham Washington. I feel like some of these questions are nearly impossible, and they do that on purpose, and I don't appreciate it. Throw out a guess. You can't lose points if you throw out a guess. I just lose dignity. Question after question, round after round. And I think we did come in last place. I mean, there were like 5 people in the bar. I don't even know when he got in. I don't know what night it was, but it's also that time it was still COVID restrictions, which of course there are today. Things are closing down earlier. But, I'm fine. I am fine with coming in last. No problem whatsoever. No shame. Quiz me, Quizmaster. I want to come in last place. Thank you. So we did that, and we just kind of hung out. And then the next day, I thought that it would be really cool to go to Laguna Beach because it's on TV. And it's got to be cool, right? If Laguna Beach is on TV, it's got to be sick. I don't know. I always have like these high expectations. If I see something, I have these high expectations that, it's got, oh my goodness. God, I don't have this together. I need to do this more often. I've got alerts. Oh, that's a good shot right there. I'll just put my whole hand in front of which way do I turn it? Oh, no, ringer on, and now ringer off. But I would more like I'm trying to do, oh goodness, I bet the video just went completely out. I don't know. I think I just stopped recording. This is going to be great. Up. Did it again. Can I do it a third time? Whatever. Okay. All right. Yeah, baby. Welcome to the professional podcast of Clayton Hill. Welcome to last week, this week, where it's just absolutely a shit show thrown together. And I hope the audio's still recording. Yeah, we got audio. Cool. So at least we got that going on. But yeah, welcome to last week, this week, where I clearly have no idea what the fuck is going on. And there's probably going to be lots of gaps in the video. Well, for all of what am I, 12 YouTube subscribers now? So to my 12 OnlyFans, if only I had an OnlyFans. This is it, baby. This is what you get. True professionalism at its finest. Anyway, I'm going to let the St. Louis Cardinals and Cubs game just keep popping up on the ESPN app on here, and hopefully it doesn't ruin anything. Which, speaking of the Cardinals, we'll get there later. I am a Cardinals fan from Missouri. Come on. It's coming. It's coming, baby. Clinch the playoffs. Thank you. Don't know how that happened. Besides the point, I digress. This whole episode Every episode, probably. Going to Laguna Beach. Jesus. Praise be. I just had it blown up in my head. I was like, oh, this has got to be a sweet spot, you know? If MTV is going to do a show on it, then it's got to be fucking good, right? Cute town. Cute town, cute place, cute shops. Touristy. Packed with children. This is me and my other 30-something-year-old friend looking our finest down at the beach. For teens. Surrounded by teenagers. What the hell, man? What the hell? Hollywood lies again. They always do this to me. I get down there, I'm like, you know, talking it up, whatever. I don't know, it's like an hour or something away from me. We like to make a whole day out of it. And then we show up and we're like, well, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I feel like that's also the story of my life, though. When I first got out here, the beach. I'm close to the beach. I kidnap one of my friends. We go to the beach. I'm in, you know, a bro tank and some skittled colored, like tropical skittled colored swim trunks. And we get there and it's so fucking cold that I have to stop by some shop to buy a long sleeve shirt. Why? I thought we were at the beach. I thought we were at the beach in California, where the weather's always nice, it stays the same, and it's always sunny, and there's just 10-footers just rolling in. Nope. Wrong again. Another victim. That should be on a trivia question. I'm not going to make one up. I'm not going to sit. Maybe I will. Nah. Moving on. So we get down there. It's nothing but teens, but, you know, like we took an hour drive. So we're like, okay, screw it. Let's make the most of it. We, you know, went around a couple dive bars. We actually had to ask, like, the waitress at the first place that we went to. We're like, hey, this looks super touristy. This spot is cool. Are there other places like this that we can go to? And she pointed us in the direction. I don't even know what it's called. It was perfect. Everything was falling apart. No one was there, just boxes, like empty boxes from beer bottle cases and liquor cases. Like someone's forgotten basement. That's where I want to be romanced. Take me to someone's trashy, forgotten basement. I want a bar that looks like it was a bar 50 years ago and no one has touched it. You know, I want to walk over things. I want to be a little concerned for my health. And I want a 60-year-old bartender, which is exactly what we got, who doesn't take any shit. You're not ordering anything fancy from this dude. Like, I got a bottled beer and straight shots. That's what you're getting from this guy, because he doesn't put up with any shit. And I love that. And I have a feeling that may be me one day. I'll be this, but he was a big dude. He looked like he was part of Hell's Angels back in like the fucking 60s or 70s or 80s or whenever they were on a terror. And I loved him for it. I absolutely loved him. Bottled beer and a shot. There you go, buddy. And we played darts for like 3 hours, because that's what we used to do back in the day in college. We'd run the table on darts, get free drinks playing other people in a game of darts. And so we relived that. It was good times. And we almost stayed there, but we kind of, needed to get back. And so we head out. We start walking. Neither of us know, this area at all. And all of a sudden, we kind of walk into neighborhoods. And the street doesn't look that familiar anymore. Familiar. And I take a look left. And I take a look right. And I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. We had walked like a mile and a half? Maybe not a mile and a half, at least a mile. Walked like a mile in the wrong direction. And it already took us like a mile to get there. And I felt like it was all uphill on the way back. I don't know how the landscape changed. I don't know if there was a massive earthquake. But all of a sudden, we were climbing Mount Everest. And, we've been out for a while. It's dark. And I felt like I needed some climbing gear. I felt like that would have been helpful. Or at least like a motorized scooter. That would have been nice. But we hoofed it, man. We got to see a little bit of the town. We made the most of it. What else are you going to do? You're down there. You spent time to get down there. All right. We're going to have a good time. We're going to find a way. So we hit Laguna Beach the first day. And the next day, we kind of kept it chill since it was a long day the day before. I had one of my friends, they had a birthday, dinner, just something small. Went to the Condor, which is, a block away from me. Fantastic. Love that place. Great margaritas, great food. And then we watched The Suicide Squad, which is very different than Suicide Squad. There's another word in the title. Also completely different movie. And spoiler alert, what the fuck? A starfish? That's your big enemy? A starfish. Just a giant starfish. Nothing haunts me in my dreams like a massive starfish. I'll say that, so naturally terrified. Wah, wah. How am I not getting paid to write terrible movies? How's that not happening? It's like a bad play in a sport. I can run around and twist my ankle. Pay me to run a route. Drop the football and twist my ankle. I can do that. I can write terrible movies with terrible villains. What? Where's my check, Hollywood? And then what the fuck was with that nasty, trash-ass weasel mink? What? What are we doing? I just have to meet the right people and suck the right amount of dicks, and then I can write terrible movies. So see it or don't. Don't pay for it, that's for sure. But I am such a sucker, entertaining nonetheless. There are things. It was very difficult for me to get over those two things. But I do, because I just like to watch things go boom. I like people's heads to fly off, and I like explosions. Give me that, and give me some comedy, and I'm a happy baby. That's all I need, man. And that's what we got. So we Netflixed and chilled the second day. It was fucking romantic. And And then the next day, wow, what a very Silver Lake Echo Park thing of us to do. We started off at the flea market, Silver Lake Flea, and looked at crazy overpriced items. Now, I will say that I did get a deal. I think I got 2 CDs for $5 total. And I want to get this right, but I'm not going to get it right because the title of the CD was so ridiculous. I purely bought it off of the title alone. Monster Booty Jams. What? Monster Booty Jams. Fuck yeah, dude. Baby got back. Little in the middle, but she got much back. That was definitely one of them. I think it was the only song that I knew, but all of it was hip hop and rap songs from like the 90s, some R&B about booty. R&B right now booty is what was happening on that CD. The other one I don't even know what it was. I think it was like some funk. I think it was a funk CD. Whatever. So solid finds at Silver Lake Flea. If you want to find a CD called Monster Booty Jams, you won't find it because I have it, and I'm sure it's the only copy. But you can look at like crazy overpriced jackets if you want to. Those are there. And, people with jeans that don't go down to their ankles and should be called capris. Oversized button-up shirts, old band T-shirts, funky hats that aren't cowboy hats or sombreros. Really reminds you of like a dad hat in the sun, like a sun hat, a gardening sun hat, just like felt. You know, those are popular out there. You'll find probably a lot of small yappy dogs. And people that think that they're cooler than they are. But don't we all? Don't we all? So still very good. And then even more hipster, we went to, it was either a vegan or vegetarian place. And I got a barbecue sandwich. It's tough for me to process how to have a barbecue sandwich without meat. Where's the pulled pork? Where's the chicken? Where's the brisket? Where are the burnt ends? No. There's something new in town, baby. Something fresh. And it's fruity. I want to make sure I get jackfruit. I want to make sure I got that right. I've never heard of this. What is this alien species of vegetation that has landed into my mouth? Jackfruit, baby. A mystery. A mystery to me. Not terrible. Not terrible. I think I had more of an issue with the slaw than I did the jackfruit. So not bad. If you're wanting to find some alternative substitutes, go with the fruits. Tried it, very Silver Lake, very hipster, and then we hit the beach because it's what you do. And then what happened again? What happened again? Trick question. You go to a beach, you wear swimming trunks and tanks, right? No! You wear a fucking hoodie. You wear a hoodie to the beach because it's cold? This is in August. Where am I in this world? Like I get like Oregon and Northern California, Washington. I get cold beaches there. North on either side, east or west. I get that. I don't, I can't, does not compute with me still. Don't think I'll get over cold beaches here in Southern California. I don't think it'll ever make sense. I think it's something that I'm going to accept. And I think that it's something that I'll never try to understand because it's just going to hurt my brain. It's going to be round 3 in a trivia night, and I'm going to have a headache if I try to understand that. So it is what it is. So yeah, we just, just some good, clean fun with my buddy. And we had a good week, and I was able to get a whole week off and spend some time with him, which is cool. We get to see each other about once a year, and it's cool that we're making that happen. It's cool that we still keep in touch because dudes don't need to talk to dudes. Dudes don't need to keep up with other dudes. Like, unless you're in the obituaries, like, I'm assuming life is good. And that's kind of how we operate, even as the closest of friends. I will go a year, months, whatever, without talking to you. And if I don't hear anything, like, hey, man, you and I are still good, and I'm assuming that your life is good, and you can assume that mine's good, I will see you in another 45 years. It's kind of what we do. So it was really cool to actually get together and spend time with him. And what'd I say? I said this was August. I think it was August. I don't know anymore. Time escapes me. And so I did that, and then went back to work the next week. And that Thursday or Friday, does it matter? Not at all. But next week, I went home. I went home for the first time in 3 years. And I was gone for 10 days back in the old Motown. And really, what did I do? I ate famine food, not famine food, fam and food. Famine food, kind of an oxymoron, isn't it? If there's a famine, how can there be any food? Trivia questions racking up. Family and food is what I did. I haven't seen my dad or my stepmom or my stepdad in like 3 years. I mean, since I moved out here. And so it was really, really cool. And I got to see my grandma. Really, really cool. My brother, my nephews, my little Missouri heart. I love them so much. I love my family. They've somehow kept me a part of their family through all of my craziness. And while that craziness is not always accepted, it is always loved. And that is the important part, my friends, is just giving love, especially when you don't understand the other person, right? But it's family. You have to love them. You have no choice. The law and the Lord say so. Let it be. You have to love them and love on each other. We did. But before the love began, I got to hop on a plane. And I've been flying, I think actually this was probably the first trip that I flew this summer. And I just forgot. How much of a circus flying can be. I'm the kind of guy that's going to show up there 2 hours at least early, and I will wait. I will zip through security, and I will wait an hour and a half in the airport to catch my plane. I have to. Otherwise, I get nervous. I sweat. I have to poop. I can't think. I don't even know what gate I'm supposed to go to. My entire brain just gets in an anxiety blender and turns it into the devil's milkshake. I'm just serving it up to him to just absolutely torture me and make me miserable if I'm rushing to the airport. I don't know what it is. So I get there early. Relief, right? And then, I can look at my seat on, I fly Delta. I don't know why. I think I've flown with them once and had a pretty good experience. I do like flying with Delta, and you hear a bunch of airline horror stories, but they have free TV. Sometimes it's live. It was a Thursday because I watched the Thursday night football game live in the sky on TV on the back of the little headrest. Pretty sick. So that sells me. So I'm good on that. Get on there, see that I'm in an aisle seat. Some people like the aisle. I do not. Obviously, I like it more than the middle seat. A dear. But man, I'm just going to get bashed with that serving cart over and over and over. I know it. I'm a sleeper. I sleep when I travel. I have no control of my limbs. And I know it. I'm going to wake up with a broken shin, elbow, and a dislocated shoulder. I've accepted it. I have accepted it. So this is before we even get on the flight. And then I get on the flight, and it's just me, and I'm in the aisle. I do a backpack. I try to just go backpack. I mean, this one I had to check a bag because I'm gone for 10 days. And so I just have the backpack with me, and I just shove it underneath the seat in front of me. I don't do the overhead stuff. All of that annoys me. And sometimes you run out of space. I didn't understand. People rush. They want to be first on the plane. Like, I gotta fucking get on there first. Like, like people will stand up in line all the way up down the airport. Like, you just walk out of security and you're just in a line already for the people trying to get on the plane. And I never understood that, because that is the most uncomfortable place to be, is on the plane. So why do I want to get on there first? Why do I want to be on the plane any longer than I have to be? But overhead storage, I figured it out. I get it now. But I don't want to mess with that. I'd rather sit in the chair that I've been sitting in for an hour and a half because I got there early, and I'm not sweating because I'm relaxed. And so I get on there, and I'm in the aisle. I'm the first one there, so I'm like, good. I'm gonna have to get up and down at least 2 more times, for other people to sit there. And then this woman comes up and does not speak to me, but rather just points, like at a seat next to me. I'm assuming, I don't know, because you're not using your words. And it just like grunts, like, ah. Ah. And I'm like, is one of these your seats? Head nod. No words again. Great. Okay. Yes. Right. The Walmart of the sky. Welcome to airplanes, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between and outside. The Walmart of the sky. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Great. Couldn't be just a regular human being. It had to be Miss Grunts and Points. Gets in there and starts breathing heavily. I'm like side-eyeing, like trying not to have a ridiculous look on my face, but I don't even know if again, it's more grunts. The lady of grunts. She's back at it. And then she's like, somebody better turn this motherfucking air on. The show continues. This was just the opening act. Okay. So her lady grunts a lot, is next to me, dying because there's no airflow. I really was, at one point I was like, getting my Boy Scout head on my shoulders, being like, okay, if this lady goes down, I'm going to have to save her. And so she does this, and then we're getting, okay, and finally the air kicks on. The grunts have been minimized, and we're getting ready to take off. Everybody's pretty much in their seat, everything. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. Well, that'll be cool if nobody's in the middle. But I was on the app. I was like looking because I was trying, before we got on, I was trying to change seats because I can do that. And there wasn't anything. So I was like, well, maybe somebody didn't show up. Well, that'd be freaking sweet. Yep. Oh, airplane seats are small. So I kind of blame the airlines, but also the next person that came up to me could have used two. Like, like airplane seats are small, but this person probably could have used two of those seats. And they're in the middle. He comes over and, I don't know. It definitely wasn't a grunt and point, but still a lack of verbal communication going on. It comes in, sits down, knees wide out. Gay. I think I'm on a 6-hour flight. Pretty sure. No. 3.5, something like that. Okay, cool. It's only a few hours. That's in my head. It's fine. It's going to be okay. And then it didn't get any better. Knees spread out, elbows like a fucking chicken wing. Like he was, like his wrists were propped on his hips, and he was thinking like a 1500s guy with a wig. It's like, this is the caricature that I'm thinking of, like a Winston Churchill if he had a wig and he was pondering about the war. And so the elbows are out, and it's like so far out that he's grazing my nipple. This man's elbow, it's an elbow to nipple love fest going on right now. And I'm thinking about trying to find a piece of tape or something to hold my nipple down so I don't start bleeding and chafing from the nip. This is the travel situation that I'm about to enter. I can't even believe it. We haven't taken off. My trip hasn't even started yet. Where am I? What is going on? General public. Woo. But then I kind of like, I'm pretty observant, like kind of out of the side of my eyes. I'm, trying not to be obvious, but just like, really assess the situation. And then this dude is just like staring at his credit card. It's like all he has in his hands. And it starts to click that I may be next to someone with mental health issues. And I think I was, because I had to help him, find a seatbelt and put a seatbelt on, and I had to throw in some assists to kind of get everybody situated in my row here. And like even if that wasn't going on, like what a story in of itself. And I would have passed out and I would have been like, whatever. I'm not the kind of guy. There is so much shit where people are fighting on airplanes now. It is a cage match. It is an early UFC Brock Lesnar versus Chuck Liddell. Like, this is an early UFC octagon. That's happened out of the cabins of airplanes. And so I'm not going to be the guy. I don't want to start anything, and I wouldn't start anything. And look, it's just for a few hours, man. Suck up your bullshit and just pass out, wake up, and get off the plane. That's my mentality, regardless. But I just, whoa. What? Where? How did the trip start this way? Woo. So we get there, and that's what I do. I pass out, and, we get there, and I get off the plane, and it's over, and it's done with. And then I start spending time with fam. Visit with my brother and my nephews. I haven't seen one of them since he was, like, legit a baby. And now, it's been 3 years. So they've got cooler toys than I do. There's Marvel stuff all over the place. And they're taking turns just running from the living room, the other end of the living room, jumping midair, and landing on me on the couch, just thinking it's a hell of a good time. And I'm dying. I'm just getting knees to the chest, knees to the gut, catching elbows to the face. And all they can do is just giggle. And it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. What more do you want? I want rowdy kids. I want rowdy nephews hanging out with the Funkle Clay. Fun uncle. Funkle. The Funkle Clay all day. And we did that, and it was really, really cool. Super cool. And then the next day, me and my brother and my stepdad, we catch a Cardinals game. St. Louis Cards, go Birds. We were on a 17-game win streak that came out of nowhere because I saw them whenever we were sucking butt. We lost that game, but it was, it wasn't about that. It was just spending time, being at a baseball game. We got great seats for a great price off of StubHub. Shout out StubHub. I'm always scared to use third-party ticket reselling. I don't like using third parties to buy tickets because I used to work for, an event venue, an athletic department. We'd host events and we host concerts. And when people bought it from a third party and there was something wrong, like we don't have any relationship with that third party. So, our hands were kind of tied to try to help this person. And you never know what somebody's trying to sell on the internet, too. You don't know if it's a legit thing. So we rolled the dice, baby. And it worked out great. Had an absolute blast. What a great time. And just what a way to love on the family. What a way to just have a good time with the boys. So we spent a weekend up in St. Louis and, kind of got brunch with the whole fam the next day. And then, made the trip down because I had to fly in St. Louis. You can't, as fun as Cabo Gerardo is, you cannot really fly into it from hardly anywhere. They've expanded, they've added stuff. They do have an airport, surprisingly. But you have to go to St. Louis, and then, my bum ass has to get picked up because I don't have a car in St. Louis. So the fam picks me up, and we head down to Cabo and start spending time together and just kind of relax and just, hang out. And that's all I wanted. I mean, it was a hell of a trip just to get there. I've already been, I've already been to Vegas, and I've already had a friend come in town for a week. This is kind of my third deal. I've been trying to hustle at work in between all these trips, so I'm cool with just chilling. So we pretty much, had a travel day on Sunday, hang out in, with St. Louis fam, and then come down and hang out with our direct family and just relax. Then we watched a movie on Sunday night. And then I went over to my dad's side of the fam on Monday, and we kind of did this back and forth. It's just the way that it worked out, and kind of just went back and forth. So Monday I got to spend with my dad. It was his birthday, which was great. And he's drinking the Elon juice. He is about it. So he wanted to surprise me and show off the Tesla, which I loved. He loved, so much joy out of that for him, and I loved it too, because of that. And it's got this one has like an auto drive feature that I'm sure that many people have seen on the YouTubes. Speaking of YouTubes, way too late. You can catch me on YouTube last week, this week. Like, subscribe, send me a comment. Hey, you can also catch me on TikTok. You can catch me on Instagram. You can catch me on Spotify, and you can catch me on Apple. I'm everywhere, baby. All up in your earbuds and your eyeballs. All up in there. Last week, this week. Search that. You'll find me. Any platform that you'd like to. YouTube has the full unedited video. I don't edit anything out. It's a straight shot. This one might be funky because I don't know how to use anything with a battery or that has to do with technology. So this one might be a little choppy on YouTube, but the full unedited version, video on YouTube, unedited version, audio, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. And then you can catch the short, fun little clips on TikTok and Instagram. There it is. The plug. But you've seen it. So back to we've seen the autopilot feature on there. And it's so funny, because you think about it being used for trips and, that way you don't get fatigued while driving and stuff like that. But where I'm from, it's really used so you can look for deer while you're driving down the country roads. What better way? Have the car drive you, and you take in nature. Not only do you take in nature, we are such hicks from the loins that we look for deer while we drive an autopilot in a Tesla. That's how you do it, baby. That's Missouri. That's Cabo Gerardo. Using technology to its full advantage. But it was, it was really cool, and we drove around a little bit for it. And we went out and we had Mexican. That's kind of our thing. We love to go out and have Mexican, especially for his birthday or any special occasion. So we went out, had a great dinner. You can find 3 things in Cape Girardeau. You can find churches. This is Southeast Missouri. Conservative country. There's a church every 6 blocks. You can find banks. I don't know why. No one's hella rich in Cape Girardeau. A lot of people probably don't even use banks. We got cold hard cash, old school style. Throw it in the freezer. Put it under your mattress. Nobody trusts the government there. Why do we have banks? Or large corporations, why do we have those? Except for Walmart, Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot. You can keep those there. We'll use that. Churches, banks, Mexican restaurants, baby. Again, a mystery. I think I had one Latino family in my graduating class, maybe a few. That's probably a stretch. I mean, definitely no more than 5. But I'm not mad about it because I can eat tacos every day. I love it. I love it. It's just such a mysterious place to me, my hometown. So we hung out. We went and we got, Mexican. And the next day we kind of took it easy and painted some rocks. It was actually like a rock. Well, I don't know. It was a cement sculpture of a turtle. So we did some arts and crafts and we're the very, there's so much character out there at my dad's place. And so me and my stepmom, we were painting these lawn ornaments, really, I guess is what you would call them. And I brought my crazy California flair. I think the turtle was green and red and blue and yellow. And it sounded like a great idea at the time. But I think I left them with a turtle clown. But it's got character, man. It's got character. So, and I love it too, because we have all these like little decorations everywhere. It's a country place with so much character, and there's like just love in everything, You can just feel it throughout the entire property. And so that was really cool. And again, it's just about spending time and doing silly things that really don't mean anything. And it's just those moments and that time that you spend with your family that you just have to, it's been 3 years since I've been home. You just have to treasure that. I don't care what we're doing. I don't care if we're cleaning, if we're painting, cleaning, raining, clown turtles. It doesn't matter to me. It's just about spending that time in those moments. Whether it's your actual family or your friendship family or your created family, whatever that means to you or whatever you have, take this super heartfelt, super professional podcast to have a moment with your family. Tell them you love them. Tell them you're thinking about them, and spend time with them if you can. So important. I'm glad that we made that happen. I'm glad everybody made that happen because 3 years is way too long, and it should never happen again. So we did that, and then let's see. Food. I had Pollyeyes Pizza, which is, it's just a great little hometown pizza place there. I had Emo's Pizza. People outside of St. Louis or the Missouri area have probably never heard of PROVEL cheese. Now, I looked this up because PROVEL cheese is a combination of cheeses. It is, I don't want to get this wrong, cheddar, Swiss, and provolone. I didn't know that cheddar was a part of that, but it's cheddar, Swiss, and provolone. And to me, it sounds like a terrible combination, but this cheese, this St. Louis concoction, I have no words. This will blow your mind. It is a melt in your mouth cheese that I would fucking put on anything. I don't like peas. I don't like celery. I don't really like carrots. Not a big fan of refried beans or black beans, really, beans in general. Put all that shit together. Cover it in PROVEL. That's how you get kids to eat their veggies. Cover that shit in PROVEL. Holy fuck. Man, I haven't had it in so long. So I got the, I think it's called the Taste of St. Louis box. Oh, more St. Louis stuff. Yes. It comes with a medium 2-topping pizza. Ooh, maybe it's just a 1 topping. Anyway, get bacon. Doesn't matter. Get bacon. Because on Emo's pizza, they use real strips of fucking bacon. Not these little bacon crumbles. Not bacon bits, bacon bites, whatever. Real fucking bacon. Do it. Do yourself a favor. And now, hold on. Now we have real bacon covered in a PROVEL cheese. Great googly moogly. That thing is juicy. That's just round one. There are 3 more rounds to go. This is a box, okay? And they go square. You got square slices. They're not triangles. They're square cut. Oh, beautiful. You mean to tell me I can get a centerpiece with no crust and just cheesy goodness spilling over the side, and wait, in the middle it's bacon? Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Oh. However the rest of the fucking song goes, I don't give a shit. It is church in my mouth. All right. We've had probably 3/4 of the pizza. Now it's time for toasted ravioli. Fuck off. Push your stupid, sloppy, floppy noodle ravioli out of here. I don't want any part of that shit. I want deep fried toasted ravioli. And I want to dip it in marinara. And I want to throw it up in the air and take a shower in raining down toasted ravs. That's what I want. I'm about to spend $300 right now to have Emo's, a shit ton of Emo's, delivered to me out here in LA. Guys, I'm only halfway through this box. Halfway through the Taste of St. Louis. Toasted ravs, crunchy, beef filled. Listen, we're in Missouri. Deep fry everything. I'm serious. Deep fry your Twinkies. Deep fry your Oreos. Deep fry your ravioli. Deep fry your cheese. Better yet, deep fry your PROVEL cheese. Send me to heaven. Take me to church. Oh, man. What an adventure. What an adventure. And I did say it, and I did mean it. PROVEL bites. That scrumdiddlyumptious little cheese that I just talked about, put it in a little ball, wrap it in batter, deep fry it, and clog my arteries. I demand it. Whew. But don't forget about dessert. Next up, I don't even know what they're called. They're not Cinnabons. They're basically deep fried donuts covered in like a cinnamon glaze. What world am I in, and why did I ever leave? Jesus. Praise be. Hallelujah. Whew. Don't get me started on food. I got a passion for PROVEL, baby. And it's coming in hot. Sweet. All right. I gotta move on. Like, I think I'm on like the first day and I haven't even, I haven't even talked about everything else. I think I'm coming up on we're about to clock it at 60 here. Woo! Woohoo! What a blast, man. What a fucking blast. I get so fired up over food, especially food from back home. There's something about it. It just brings in everything. The smell, the taste, the sight of it. Church bells playing in the background. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So we had some Emo's Pizza. Goodness, we gotta move on, or I could talk about that for another hour. Next day, we hit up Kentucky Lake, baby. That's what I got the shirt from, because my shirt was soaked because I was an idiot trying to get thrown off the Wave Runner doing donuts, and my shirt was in like the little storage thing up front. And so had to buy this to be clothed to go home. If you can't see it, can't read it, or if you're listening, it's just a shirt with a boat that says whatever floats your boat. That's it. But it's the little things, the simple pleasures in life. And I fucking love this t-shirt. Whatever floats your boat. That's like that is me. That's my mentality. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. Hey, man, whatever floats your boat. So very appropriate, actually, that I'm wearing this today. We went to Kentucky Lake. Yes, I'm in Missouri, but we go to Kentucky Lake. I'm in southeast Missouri, so it's like by Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois. That's kind of the area that I'm from. And so we go to Kentucky Lake and we ride Wave Runners. I mean, what a better way to spend a day. You can't spend a day a better way. And we're just gunning it, going across the lake, checking things out. I haven't been to the lake even, more than 3 years. I hadn't gone maybe in 5. And that's something that my mom's side of the family and I used to do all the time. So it was really cool to go back to the lake, live that lake life, let the hair rip, baby. Let it flow. I didn't tie the sucker up. You don't tame the mane. You let it party. I felt like Danny McBride in, what the hell is it? HBO show. He's a star pitcher. Eastbound and Down. He's got that purple and leopard print Wave Runner, and he's just having the fucking time of his life out there. That was me. That was me. I was trying to jump waves from other boats. I was doing donuts, We dipped in the water a little bit, hung out. Went to this little cafe, and I got some fried catfish. Hit me with it. Let's go. More Missouri shit. Even though we're in Kentucky, it's a very Midwest kind of a thing, right? Midwest lake life. That's the vibe that we're feeling right now. Hit me with it. I want it. Rode around some more, and we get ready to go back in, and I'm like, I haven't been in so long. I will be very disappointed in myself if I don't throw myself off this Wave Runner. I have to. I'm a wild man. I don't know what it is. I seek the adrenaline. All right, so parents take the Wave Runner in, and they're going that way, and I'm like, I can't go in. Got to get thrown off. Got to do it. So I go and I'm testing it out, and it's got a sport mode, so it actually, I should have turned that off now that I think about it. It does great with handling and agility if you have this sport mode on, which I did at the time. And I'm going through, and okay, let's gun it. Turn it as hard as I can. Nothing. Little splash here and there. All right, felt good about that one. Okay, let's hold down the throttle a little harder next time. Did it. Flipped. I didn't do like fucking 8 donuts. But I mean, that's what kind of does. It whips you around a little bit. And then the water from the front, because you're flipping it around and then ending up where your face is ending up where the back end started. So all the water that got kicked up when you started, it just rains down on you. All it's just trashy lake water, and I'm freaking loving it. Got to do it again, though. I'm not getting thrown off. Whip it around even harder. Nothing. God, I just must be super strong. That's what I came to, the conclusion that I came to. One more time. Do it for the people. Let's go. Full throttle, heading in. I know I'm going to die, but I'm okay with it. If this is how I go out, this is how I want to go out. Flying off of a wave runner. Do it. Nope. Hung on. I forgot that it's the other wave runner that I throw myself off of. It's beefier, it goes faster, and doesn't have the agility, so it kind of just turns sideways and you go flying. But I had a blast anyway. I come back, I'm absolutely soaked. Then I go to throw on my shirt. My shirt is soaked. Everything is soaked in there. Worth it. I would do it again. I love a good lake day. Had a great time, and then I can't. I want to condense this because I want to get through this. But there's a place called Burritoville. It's like an Americanized burrito place, if that makes sense. You know, it's a burrito, but it's got like lettuce and tomato. Some of it, it's got like ranch in it and stuff, you know. And you can have like chicken. You can have like a chicken, bacon, lettuce, tomato, ranch style like burrito. And they're fucking huge. And this is a place I used to hit up in college all the time. It's a great college spot. You can get dirty fries where they're loaded with like queso and meat. You know, you can get a burrito inside of a burrito. They call it the Prego. Fucking what? Hell yeah, dude. I'll take 2. And it will last me a week. 2 of those would. Had Burritoville. Shout out to Burritoville. Love that spot. Also had Andy's frozen custard. Not a thing out here. Just a great frozen custard. If you're in, let's see, elementary school. So grade school, middle school, junior high, maybe even on the early side of high school, Andy's is your spot to hang out on a Friday night. You know, so I got to weave through all the little peons to get there. But I remember being in that, you know, that was the same for me too. Was it? Was Andy's there when I was in high school? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is that I had fantastic frozen yogurt, and I'm a weird cat. You should know that by now. I'm getting strawberry cookie dough. Real strawberries, real cookie dough in vanilla custard. Mix it up. It's 2 of my favorite things. 2 of my favorite things, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and nobody else gets it, and that's fine with me because I do what I do. Had Andy's. I had more barbecue because that's what you do. There's a place called Pilot House. Shout out Pilot House. It was a half-ass unknown thing when I was there. And I think it's gaining popularity. You might still be able to smoke a cigarette inside of this place. This is a restaurant. I don't know. Maybe they quit. But it's that kind of place. It's a dingy place, like on a county road, and they have this sandwich called the Tank. And it's like, I don't even know what the fuck is in it. There's some kind of beef, maybe some ham. There's like a pound of meat inside this sandwich with like pimento cheese, jalapenos on toasted bread. Comes with a side of fries, which are fucking bomb. After you eat the Tank, you are a tank. A broken down tank that cannot move and has to be carried out of this restaurant. Old school, like local sports stuff hanging up, newspaper things, divey. Again, it's got the pilot house. They call it that after the pilot house of a boat. So they've got a big ass wooden steering wheel like on the ceiling. Super cool. Good Cape Girardeau people down there, man. Just good-hearted people down there. So I ate some more food. What other food did I have? I went to Babe's Fish House. Babe's Fish House right across the river. Yep. Cape Girardeau is right on the Mississippi River. Southeast Missouri, baby. I'm just a river rat. What do you want from me? I'm eating catfish. Went to Babe's Fish House. Got some catfish, some hush puppies. Hell yeah, dude. Catfish is my favorite fish. If you haven't had fried catfish, I don't know what it is about the animals that eat the shittiest stuff. These are bottom feeders of a lake or a pond. But man, you fillet one of those things, put it in a deep fryer. Holy, we're going back to church. We're going back to church. Did that. What else? Was there anything else? Hella barbecue, fried fish, PROVEL cheese, burritos, Burritoville. It's about food and fam. I might have talked more about food than I've talked about my family. And I love my family. I really, really do. And it was really important for me to see everybody. You know, my last day, we all kind of got together and we got to hang out on my mom's side. And it was like, I don't know the last time that, the three bros were together. It was really important to my family that we all, because we had different schedules and some of us were in town and out of town, on one half of the weekend and the other half of the weekend, or the other week that was at the end of it. And it was super important to my family for us to all get together, and it was really, really cool. And it's been forever. I got to see, my youngest brother's apartment in St. Louis. He had a view of the Arch and downtown. Absolutely gorgeous. And it was like the last chance to see that because he, moving off to Colorado. And I got to see, my younger brother's house that he has with the nephews. And I got to go back home, where I spent half my time in Cape. On my mom's side, and I got to see the dog, and I got to, go back and be a country freaking bumpkin at my dad's side. And we rode, we took the mule, not a real one, could be though, from the way that I'm talking about where I live. I mean, out in the country, nearest neighbor is 2 miles away, and just heat, humidity, bugs, mosquitoes, everything, everywhere, all the time. First day I was there, I saw a snake. Welcome. Saw a snake, had fried catfish, had some barbecue, took the side-by-side out in the backwoods and ran through some spider webs. Everything was so overgrown. We took a lap around the property. My dad has grapes, and so we tested the acidity level to see if they were ready to be picked. There was a little, I'm not sure if it's still there. I didn't see it, but I wasn't looking for it. He used to have like a garden out there where we like tomatoes and different fruits, vegetables, whatever. And, just painting little lawn decorations. I mean, went to the lake, like just a wholesome, loving Midwest hometown experience that I needed for my soul. But damn, I was ready to get back to LA. I will say that. I need the energy. I need the people. It was a nice vacation and it was very warming, but I was ready to get back to some excitement. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I can't really, I don't really want to get into too much more. There is other stuff. I also did, we did some yard work. I worked, we worked on one of the cars. I had my grandpa's old car, and we got it to start. I'm spraying, what is it? I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's ether, ethanol. There's probably two very different things, but it has a carburetor. I'm basically spraying vapored gasoline into the carburetor to make it start. We're changing serpentine belts. We're rotating tires. This is what we do in the sticks. Taking a lap of the property, checking the grapes for acidity level, seeing if they're ready to be picked. What else do we do? That's it. That's it, man. That was 10 days. I mean, I could talk about... I had some nightmares. Fuck, I guess now I do have to talk about it. I had some nightmares, man. I was like, all off on my sleep schedule, and I was, 2 days at one place, 2 days. I was like moving around. I was running from gangs. I was on a party on an airplane that started to crash, and people were getting sucked out the side of it. I was planning for a different party, and everybody bailed on me, and it was a huge climb, just like a stressful anxiety kind of a thing. Watch my friend get stabbed. I haven't had nightmares in years. What the fuck is going on in my head? It'd be to a point where I woke up and it'd be like 3 hours of sleep, and I'd just be like, yep, I'm good. I am not going back to bed. I'm not going back to bed because I will fall into another nightmare. One of the nights, I was all bundled up. I was out on a frozen lake, fell through the ice. My dad saved me, got over, on the bank of it, whatever. Woke up. Okay. After that, I was just like, woke up terrified and being like, whoa, that, this was the first one. So I was like, whoa, that was fucking weird. Huh. Whew. Calm down the heart a little bit, get up, take a leak, drink some water, go back to bed. And then I fall asleep and I fall right back into the fucking dream. Are you kidding me? What kind of sick and twisted game is this? Now, I didn't even know it was a dream. I wake up and I'm in my bed that I'm currently sleeping in at the time, but I'm still in like the bundled up clothes. I was like right after I was pulled out of the freezing water, and I'm crawling in like to the living room in these clothes, trying to shed them, trying to get warm. A nightmare inside of a nightmare. Inception of nightmares. Get out of here. One of the dreams that I was at a party at there, and it was all good, whatever. And then it was like these people were trying to fight me, and I didn't want to fight them. And then, so they start like looking for me all over this party, whatever. And then like, I don't know why, but we're like passing out in bunk beds. And if you've ever, okay, we'll get there. Passing out in bunk beds, and then all of a sudden, there is a hand that comes over the end of the bunk bed. Just a freaking dark hand. What the hell? Those things that are called that basically the greeter of death that comes through, and he has like that blade that's curved, on a stick, and he's in like a black hood. Whatever that guy is, reached his fucking hand over the edge of my bed. I kick it, and then he comes back again, and I can't fucking move. If you've ever been a victim of sleep paralysis, God bless your soul, and I'm glad you're alive. It is the most terrifying thing. Here I have this demonic creature, does it start with a G? Not a gremlin. Grim Reaper, baby. This Grim Reaper is crawling onto my bed. I cannot move. I'm lying on my back. My arms are by my side. And then he just like starts floating over my fucking body. And this sleep paralysis is when like you're in this in-between state where you feel like you are awake, but you are paralyzed. I don't know what causes it. I don't know how it's a thing at all. It's got to be something fucking wrong with my brain. But this Grim Reaper is floating over me, and I can't do anything. And so I can't move. I'm trying to fucking blow at this Grim. I'm like, out the corner of my mouth. I don't even think it was that strong, that violent, because really I'm just like, maybe not even that. I feel like I'm trying to blow, but you can't do anything, and you feel awake. You feel like it's happening. Usually somebody's watching you from like a corner, and it's very creepy. Like these are all like common signs of sleep paralysis or common symptoms, whatever. But there's a Grim Reaper over me about to just take my soul. And then you just fucking wake up. And you have that to deal with inside your brain. Good luck getting any sleep after that. Oh, God. I legit turned on a desk lamp after that and slept with the fucking light on. Because I don't know how you go back to a dark space and how you just sleep soundly like a fucking baby rabbit after one of those. Oh, man. So it was a whirlwind night after night after night of nightmares that I haven't had in years. Moral of the story is love your family, ladies and gentlemen. Love your family, love your friends. Spend time with those that you love. Again, catch me on YouTube. Catch me on, not Twitter. I don't tweet too much. Full unedited version on YouTube. Full unedited audio version on Spotify and Apple Podcast. You can also follow me last week, this week, Instagram, and TikTok. This has been another episode of Skeeter Bada Bow. Last week, this week. I'm your boy, Clayton Hill. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for having fun with me. And love somebody. Love somebody today, even if it's your fucking self, man. Love yourself. Love people. Peace.